What's up everyone? So in this video I wanted to feature 5 kind of bare bones furniture mods that I feel should be vanilla. You know what? I wonder if anyone else out there has all 5. There's one in particular that everybody has. No spoilers, but it's at the end. Please actually let me know down in the comments if you get to the end of this video and you already used all 5 of these, because I would be curious to see how many people do. Anyway, let's jump right in. First up, we have literally just a sofa by Dr. Stupid. So it adds just that, a sofa. It's going to be in your furniture tab, and unfortunately I have a lot of dog leather right now, so that's what's showing up, but here we go. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. It's an absolute staple to any colony. No more will you have to, pathetically line up armchairs in front of a TV in an effort to trick yourself that you have a couch. Now you have one. And now coming in hot at number 2, we have Table 1x1 by Tim Tim. Now there are a few single tile table mods, and I have tried a few out and do not really like the looks of any of them except for this one. It is so perfectly vanilla. We'll put a 1x1 and then we'll put a 1x2 next to it. Masterwork, don't mind if I do, thank you Sappy. Another masterwork. God, it's almost like Sappy has a 20 in construction or something. Nothing to see here. Now it is compatible with Ideology and even has reskins for the different styles. So you know what, let's just do God mode for this. And they perfectly match the other table styles. So there we have our Morbid, and I'm doing these out of plasteel so that we get some nice contrast. We can see what's going on. We have our Totemic, looks perfect, right? Spike Core, Rustic, which is, I think, my personal favorite. Not if I'm using plasteel, but wood, I feel like the Rustic looks great. And then last but not least, we have the Techist. I do like Techist. I love the way the mini one looks, Techist. That looks awesome. So, I mean, this blends perfectly with Ideology. It blends perfectly with vanilla. And I really feel like having a 1x1 table is a must for prison quarters or guest quarters if you're playing with hospitality, or even in individual pawn bedrooms if you want to really give them no excuse to be eating without a table. They wake up, there's a table right there next to their bed. Might as well eat breakfast at it. And in number 3, we have Bunk Beds by Taranchuk. And you can now efficiently stack your pawns on top of each other in their quarters. So a regular double bunk bed costs 85 material to build, and it looks like it takes up more than the actual footprint, but the footprint is actually just 2. And so you can see the perspective is real nice when it's up against a wall like that. Now, I will say the perspective does get a bit messed up when you have it against a southern wall. However, you can use the mod Perspective Building by Alchemist. It adds this button that says adjust, and that just allows you to move it kind of within its little range visually. And if you just click it once, it scoots it up. Doesn't actually move the item, just moves where it appears to be to you, so gets rid of that issue altogether. You can also build a triple bunk. Let's do that. It's getting really insane here, which costs 120 materials, and this is 3 beds stacked on top of each other. But once again, the footprint is just 2. So pawns sleeping in a bunk bed will, by default, you know what? We have the space for you, Pierce, because we have a billion bunk beds. Come toss him in a bunk bed. Oh, he's so close. Once again, we have to attend to him, okay. Once again, this mod video is getting derailed by things happening in the colony. Leave me alone. So as I was saying, pawns sleeping in a bunk bed will get a debuff from barracks, because it is barracks, and also from sharing a bed, because technically I guess they're sharing a bed frame, okay? But you can turn that off in the mod options. So where is it at? Bunk beds. Bunk beds count as barracks. Occupants of bunk beds will have a share bed mood debuff. These default to be turned on. I'm going to turn off that one because that doesn't quite make sense to me to have that one on. And I love that this mod is compatible with hospitality. I always like having some free rooms for broke visitors, and this way I can toss them in a grungy hostel just packed with bunk beds as far as the eye can see. Can't wait. And now number 4, we have Weapon Racks by Elana. So technically you do need LWM's deep storage for this, but If you're opposed to that, you don't need to use any of the other storage items if you don't want to. I just absolutely love the way the weapon racks look. So it adds 3 different types, a 2-slot weapon rack, 3-slot, and 4-slot. And they allow you to store your weapons while displaying them. So let's put some down. Now, these work just like stockpiles, obviously, so you can set what weapons are allowed in each. Let's see, we'll do ranged on this side. So let's keep we'll do heavy SMG and chain shotgun there, and then ARs. And then on this side, we will do, let's keep breach axe, and then here we'll keep long swords and gladius. Okay, so we don't have any of these, so let me just spawn them real quick. Close your eyes. First of all, it's already looking good, right? Why'd you put the AR there? There we go. I mean, it looks incredible. They actually add a not negligible amount of beauty to the room as well, which makes sense because I feel like it's such a good look for your armory, or, you know, maybe a forge or machine shop, depending on the type of weapon, obviously. And there are actually even custom settings if you want to get like insanely precise with your spacing. You can mess with the orientation of them. You can change what order they're filled in, from top to bottom or bottom to top. So it just kind of gives you a little bit more leeway to, ooh, I forgot that you can cross the melee like that. That looks insane. I don't think you can do it when it's all these. I like this. That looks good. And now, drum roll. I saved for last because probably every single person watching this video already has it. Actually, I'm sure there's at least one of you out there who doesn't. Of course, I am talking about wall light. Look at this colony. Do you notice something making it seem cluttered and just haphazard? Could it be this? Yes. Let's see what it looks like with wall light. And here we are. So a wall light only costs 5 steel to build, and it only uses 20 watts once it only uses 10 watts once it's built. I thought it used 20, okay. But that's actually configurable in the mod settings. You can change, you know, the power consumption, the cost to build, the radius of light, and you can do that for the sunlight as well, because yes, this mod comes with a wall sunlight. Now, you know, play how you want to play. As I always say, there's no such thing as cheating in a single player game. But I will say that this does feel a little bit OP if you're used to the, you know, vanilla sun lamp, because it only takes 650 watts to produce light. But what I think is a great use for it is if you set the radius to only be 2. I do have to load the game again. Oh God, see you in a second. So what I think is a fun use for it is if you are someone that uses hydroponics. You could have hydroponics, like maybe I want to grow medicine in the hospital, okay? Obviously, it doesn't have light, but you could throw down a wall sunlight. I personally like the idea of being able to grow inside with just a little light on the wall above the hydroponics bay, not having to have some giant indoor greenhouse. Because I feel like if I'm not using up the whole radius of like the base game sunlight, I'm wasting all that electricity, but it's just so ugly when you pack it with hydroponics. I don't know. So that is it. 5 super simple, extremely sleek and vanilla feel furniture mods that I just think are right at home in the base game. I would love to hear your thoughts on what other mods you would add to this list. And as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me here. And until next time, take care of yourself. I'll see you soon.